Good evening, church family. Thank you for joining us for our trivia night tonight. So it's a little bit different than our normal format, where we typically have, Billy has a Zoom class, and then I have just a study on the Psalms. But since this is the last Wednesday in this particular quarter, we thought we'd have a little bit of fun again. You guys seemed to like this last time, so we're going to do it again. But before we get to our trivia, wanted to update you on some folks that are on our prayer list, and then talk about some of the things that are going on that we need to be aware of. One is keep Dean Shipley in your prayers. He had hip surgery this past week, and he is at home recovering from that. Mike McKee is now at home. Robert Ball's also home, so those are all good things. Sharon Cothran's brother Jerry had surgery on May the 27th, so keep him in your prayers. And David Jacquez's sister is hospitalized in California. Then also we need to remember Zane Simcox, the Simcox baby. He is not doing well. He's still struggling quite a bit, so we need to keep them in our prayers. Also, remember the Rutherford family. Paul Rutherford's father, Lionel Lewis Rutherford, passed away on May the 25th. He lived in Corriton, so our prayers are with the Rutherford family. As far as some upcoming events that we have, remember the reopening devotional studies that I'm doing on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. And this is different. This is on our public page now. So if you want to share that with your friends, that will be a lot easier to do. Also remember that June the 7th is our reassembly, where we're going to be here in person again. And the elders have given us some really good direction on that. We have a mail out that you should be getting at the end of this week or the beginning of next week. Since we have Memorial Day, we're a little behind on that. But there's all kinds of information in there you need to familiarize yourself with. And then if you have questions, please don't hesitate to call the church office, and we'll try to clarify that for you. One of the things that's kind of been a question is, if I'm assigned to one service, can I go to the other? We really strongly encourage you to go to the one you're assigned to, and that's for reporting purposes. Make sure we have CDC distancing guidelines in place. So please try, if at all possible, to go to if you're planning on coming, to the service that you are assigned to. And then we have a couple other things that are in your bulletin, and so thankful to have our secretaries back in the office. Made a huge difference for us lately. And you should have received a physical copy of the bulletin if you get one by mail regularly. So we're thankful that is all up and running. So what are some other stuff that we have going
let's
on?
talk about June 3rd before we go any further. So June 7th is the first Sunday we're back, but June 3rd, which is a Wednesday, 1 week from today, starts a brand new quarter of studies for us in our Bible classes, and we are going to continue in this quarter. And so on Wednesday nights, we are starting our summer series on the theme of Tell Me More. And this class is going to consist of 13 men who are going to tell you more about their favorite passage of Scripture or their favorite person in Scripture. So really looking forward to that. We got a lot of good men lined up. I believe Jeremy's doing the first 2 weeks, which are completely online. And then Chris Holcomb and Chris Miller are doing the next 2 weeks, again, completely online for the whole month of June. Maybe July and August, we'll be back here and continue the summer series. But for now, it's all going to be online on Wednesdays at 7. And then Sundays, starting June 7th, we do have another quarter starting. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, on June the 7th, we're going to have the 2 in-person live worship services. And we, by the way, are still going to be streaming for the 10 o'clock service. So if you cannot come, and we strongly encourage, if you're not sure, if you're in a high-risk category, please stay home for a little while. You can join us online. But in the evenings at 6 p.m., we're going to have a Bible class. And that is going to be online only, and Mark Newby is going to be leading us through a study of 1 Corinthians through the month of June. And then hopefully in July, we're going to be expanding, our service times. And maybe we'll be doing some of this stuff more in person.
And that class can continue in person. So both these Wednesdays and Sundays classes can both be transitioned right to in person, but still be taught online. So, and then the youth group, starting this Sunday also, we're doing a brand new quarter on the book of 1st and 2nd Timothy. That starts June 7th. Good. Not this Sunday. But then June 3rd, which is a week from today, we're starting a study on the fruit of the Spirit. So if you're a teenager, you're in our youth group, Wednesday nights will be on Zoom through the month of June, but Sundays are on Zoom and in person in the Lighthouse at 5 o'clock p.m. So if you're able to come at 5 p.m. on Sunday, we do have class.
Addie and Brandon have loved being in person.
It's been nice to be back in person.
Good.
So.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So very thankful to our elders for the way they've been leading us and how they've helped us through this time. And continue to pray for them. Got a lot of stuff coming up. But I think that's all that we have to cover before we get into the trivia. You can think of anything else?
I think we're ready.
Okay. All right. It's time for us to get involved in some trivia. Part 2. Dos. Dios. Oh no, not Dios. That's God in Spanish. What is it? De in Francais.
Yeah.
De. So it's part 2, or also.
I prefer also.
Also.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll
or
work
also.
too. That will work too. All right, so we're just going to
T-O-O.
have some fun tonight. We're letting our hair down, although mine doesn't really come down very much. But anyway, so we're just going to have some fun tonight. I want to go over the rules. Billy, why don't you go over the rules for
Yeah,
us?
for those of you who were with us last time, you're familiar with these rules, but we need to go over them again because some of you cheat. So number one, grab a piece of paper and a writing utensil.
I don't have
and
a
so
writing
that could be a
utensil.
pencil, a pen, a
You could-
highlighter, a marker.
You could prick your finger and write in blood.
You could.
Yeah.
You could. Number two, number that piece of paper, number 1 through 20. The reason for that is because we're going to have 20 questions.
20.
So
yes.
you want to write that down 1 through 20.
That's all your fingers and all your toes.
Yes.
That's 20.
Most
right?
of
20.
yeah,
Most people.
All right, number 4. No, number 3. Sorry.
Oh, 3.
After each question, you're going to write down your answer. So that's the reason we asked you to get a piece of paper and a writing
right.
utensil, because you're going to then write down with the writing utensil on
Yes.
the paper. Number 4, no changing your answers. I know a lot of times when you get 2 or 3 questions later, you're like, oh, I remember the answer now. No, that's not how it works. You just write down the first thing, the time that we give you, and that's it. So number 5. Number 4, no changing answers. We already said that, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
No? Maybe.
No.
But you know, because you played before, no changing
I'm
answers.
testing you. No looking up the answers.
Yes.
That should be obvious.
Use the old noggin.
No cheating here. Just
No
first
cheating.
instinct. Say
That's
what you
right.
know.
Be honest.
And last, but not least, the most correct gets bragging rights.
Mark Burrows!
Yeah. So Mark Burrows was 17 last
That's
time.
right.
A lot of people got 16, but for everyone who told us Mark was the winner with 17.
18.
You know, what a good shepherd leading the way for us.
That's
you know?
right. That's
So,
right. I love
that's
it.
good.
I love it. Of course, we know that Lori was the one that actually helped him to get those 17.
Help me.
so-
Should have helped me.
That's right. That's
so-
right. A wonderful help.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Yep.
So, if you guys are ready to get started, we're ready to get started.
We're ready.
Okay, let's do this thing. Billy's going to read question number
Number 1.
No.
We're going to start off, I think, easier. The Creator made man on what day?
So, like day of the week or?
Yes.
Okay.
What day of the week? Yep. On what day?
On what
Uh,
day? Yes.
If we're thinking of the creation days, it's
Yes.
you're 1 through 7. I will give you a hint on that. There's
Ooh.
7 of them.
Ooh.
So
okay.
on which day of those 7 did
Okay.
God, the Creator, create man?
Okay. All right. Good. So number 2, after the feeding of the 5,000 people, and after those people were fed by Jesus, how many baskets of food remain? So I think we need to give them a 10 seconds of silence in order to think about this one. Okay, that's enough time.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to go on to the next one?
Yep.
All right, number 3.
Number 3, at what age did Moses die? Last time we did trivia,
Such a
we kind
morbid
of told this answer.
Yes, we did.
So if you paid attention real close,
Yep.
you know the answer.
Uh-huh.
Some people said our banter was distracting,
Ooh.
but it really was helpful.
Yeah, but see, it's on the screen. You can read it the whole time, right? At what age did Moses die? So here, as a little bit of banter here, all right, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the greatest comedian in the Bible?
I don't know.
It was Samson. He brought the house down. 4 here all night, folks, all night. Number 4. Question number 4.
I thought I did number 3.
Did you do number 3?
I thought.
No, I did number 3. You
Oh.
did number 4.
Number 4. This is a multiple choice answer, so we're going to have several of these throughout. How many times does the Bible mention the word snow? Is it 2 times? Is it 12 times? Is it 24 times? Or is it 51 times?
You know, and speaking of snow, you never know. It could snow next week here in East Tennessee. That's
true.
just how it works sometimes. That's right.
I did read number 3. Can I read number
You did?
1 and number
Okay,
3?
that's all right. Well, I'll do number 4. I mean, number 5. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll do cinco.
Yeah.
It's okay. All right,
How
number
many
5.
times the word snow in the Bible?
Okay, all right. So number 5, in total, how many people went aboard Noah's Ark? This is not a trick question. Just think logically about this. Unlike last time with somebody who was trying to trick us all here, and almost always gets us, right? So in total, how many people went aboard Noah's Ark?
Do you know why Noah was the greatest financer in the Bible?
Oh, I don't know. Tell me, please.
He was floating his stock while everyone else was in liquidation.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy,
That's
there
a
it is.
flood joke.
flood joke.
Everyone died.
Flood joke.
Flood.
All right, I think you're drowning over there. All right, number 6.
Who did Elisha order to wash 7 times in the river Jordan to cure his leprosy?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And it's kind of a foreshadowing of our VBS starting a week from today.
That's right.
Our online, our virtual
Yes.
VBS.
Yes, we got one skit recorded today. One skit took 2.5 hours. Oh.
Yep.
Hey, while we're kind of taking a break here, why couldn't Jonah trust the ocean?
Why?
Because he knew there was something fishy about it. There it is. Yeah.
Well,
you know you liked it.
Why did Noah not go fishing?
Oh, another Noah question. I don't know. Why didn't Noah go fishing?
He only had 2 worms.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, number 7.
Yeah.
I read this one, right? Do I
You
read this
should,
one?
yeah.
Okay, all
Unless you want me to read 2 in a row again, I will.
How many years did Jacob agree to toil the land? I like that. Toil the land.
Very scholarly.
For Rachel's hand. How many years did Jacob agree to toil the land for Rachel's hand? Hey, you're a poet and didn't even know it. Oh, there it is. All right. Okay. It's number 7.
Number 8. That's where we're going.
Okay.
Who was the first high priest of Israel?
Yeah, don't overthink this one, okay? Think Exodus. Think kind of, early on. This is not a trick question, so be thinking about that one. Who was the first high priest of Israel? All right, that's not a hard one, I don't think. So,
We'll see.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so what did Adam say on the day before Christmas?
What?
Little bit of Christmas humor here in June.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it's still May, isn't it? It's still May. Anyway, I don't
It
even
is
know what
May.
day it is. Okay, so what did Adam
not doing
say?
too hot.
What did Adam say on the day before Christmas? It's Christmas Eve. My jokes are horrible.
Do you know what Adam and Eve did as soon as they got kicked out of the garden?
What?
They raised Cain.
Okay, number 9. That's you, right? Or is that me? No, that's me. All right.
That actually should be me, I think.
Okay. No?
Yeah.
You read the high priest one, right?
Ah.
Okay. I think I reread. All right, number 9. The first 2 apostles called by Jesus were
Apostles.
the apostles. Yes, the first 2 apostles
That's what they were called.
to be called by Jesus. Jesus Christ. That's what it says. By Jesus Christ were fill in the blank there. There's 2 of them. Should be 2 answers.
Yep.
Not giving half credit, are we?
Nope.
Okay,
No half
no
credit.
half credit. You either get it right or you get it wrong.
Well, I mean, I guess we could give half.
You think? Okay, all right. So if you get one but not the other.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll count it.
Yeah, if you get one of
Yeah.
the people,
Yeah. Okay.
we'll give you
All right, that's
0.5.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, whatever you think.
Not
okay.
2 points, just a half point.
Oh, ooh,
Yes,
half.
1 point total if you get both.
Okay, number 10.
Yeah. Finish this verse. It comes from Hebrews chapter 4, the first part of verse 12. It says, "For the word of God is blank and blank, sharper than any double-edged sword." So finish that verse.
Yeah, this one tripped me up when I was reading it over Billy's shoulder when he was showing them to me because I was like, wait a minute, I know which order do these go in? Okay. All right, so a little more like a little comedy here. Why was Goliath so surprised when David hit him with a slingshot?
Why?
The thought had never entered his head before.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
These are so.
Who was the greatest babysitter in the Bible?
Ooh, I don't know this one. Who?
David, because he rocked Goliath to sleep.
David and Goliath humor. There it is, folks.
Yeah.
There it is. You get what you pay for. All right, number 11. How many verses total? How many verses are in the entire Bible? And we are speaking of our English Bible.
this is a
by the
Nathan
way.
Spann question.
Yes, this is our English Bible that we're talking about
Yeah.
here. So how many verses are in the entire
Yeah.
Bible? 31,173, 56,465, or 23,214.
And the answers could vary because the ESV, which is the
yeah.
translation that most should be using, is it has one extra verse than the King James does, and so because the King James takes out a verse.
Ooh, that could be a good bonus
So,
question.
but none of these are that close, the answers, and so
Right.
this question, funny enough, actually came from one of our Bible school teachers here, Miss Adrian Wayman, because
Love our Bible
Kieran
school teachers.
Radcliffe asked this question.
Wow.
So this actually came from her.
Out of the mouth of babes. There
Yep.
you go. All right, so number 12.
How many books of the Bible only have one chapter in them? New and Old Testament, how
Yeah,
many books of the Bible
I
only
missed
have
one.
chapter?
I missed one on this. I could not think of that one.
So we
It
know
was
there's more than
so
one.
Obvious.
There's more than one.
Yeah, and I even. Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, that's a hint. We know there's more than one.
There is more than one.
Well,
Yeah.
way to go, Jeremy.
Yep, and Jeremy missed that one.
Yeah, I did, but yeah, because
That's
I
okay.
named them. Okay. Anyway,
That's okay.
all right, number 13. Who dreamed that the sun and the moon and 11 stars bowed down to him? So, within the question itself is a little bit of a clue there. So, who dreamed that the sun and the moon and 11 stars bowed down to him? You got any more jokes over there?
Well, I could tell you about Noah.
Okay, tell me about
on
Noah.
the ark. I have a lot of Noah jokes.
Hey, you need a boat? I know a guy. Let's
on
go
the
ahead.
on the ark, he probably got milk from cows, right?
Sure.
So what did he get from ducks? He got quackers. Yeah.
Oldest rule in the book: do not take a drink.
We should
before
have to
joke.
take a drink when the other one's talking. That's
Oh,
what
we should.
do.
Okay. All right. Number 14. Read it, Billy.
How many continents did the Bible take place in?
Again, I missed this one.
Yeah. So I mean, don't be tricked by this. It's not a trick question. We have 7 continents, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, there's one
I'm not a
really good
geography
one.
major.
There's 7 continents. So how many of those did the Bible take place in?
Yeah. Yeah. Think, Old Testament and New Testament. 10, 10, 10 to Paul. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So number 15. How many half siblings does the Bible mention that Jesus had? So we're looking for a number here.
Yeah.
But
So if we add up the half siblings, does it equal like one sibling?
how many whole siblings?
Like if you had 2 half siblings, you have one whole
This
sibling?
is not math. It's not geography and it's not math.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're just looking for a guess as to, well, not really a guess. We're hoping you know. But think about this. This is a tough one, I think. How many half siblings does the Bible mention that Jesus had?
Now, Peter's not one of his siblings.
Uh-oh.
But how do we know that
Here
Peter
comes
was a
theology.
very rich fisherman?
I don't know. How?
Because of his net income.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. Number 16. What is the longest chapter in the Bible?
I think it's in Psalm.
Again, I think it is in Psalm. So again, this isn't our English Bible, okay? Not original Hebrew, not Aramaic, not the Septuagint. We're talking about our English translation of the Bible. What is the longest chapter in the Bible? Is it Psalm 117, Psalm 118, or is it Psalm 119? You like what we did there? Or really what Billy did there? You just kind of put them right in order? Okay. All right. So, and I've talked a lot about that on my Wednesday night lessons, about this particular psalm.
You do Wednesday night lessons?
Oh, there it is. Okay, next.
Yeah, I'll watch them all.
Number 17.
At some point. How old was Noah when he built the ark? Again, this is not a trick question.
Yeah, this is not a joke either. by the
I got
way.
so much joy from last time. But this one actually is Noah. Noah and the ark. How old was Noah? If you get in the vicinity of that, we'll count it.
Okay.
But you don't have to be precise.
Okay, and
So-
speaking of, I do have a Noah joke. You didn't get all the Noah jokes. The ark was built in 3 stories. The top one had a window to let in light, but how did the bottom 2 stories get light? They used floodlights. No. Number 18.
Boo.
Is this yours?
Sure.
Okay,
Who was
go.
it that fell asleep during Paul's sermon and fell out of a window?
Billy loves to preach on this. He loves to preach on this.
It's
text.
actually going to be mine and Holly's first child's name. So
Oh, does Holly know this?
She does.
Wait. I thought you already had 2 kids.
We do.
You have 2 dogs.
We have 2
have
beautiful
2
little
dogs.
girls.
So this will actually be your 3rd child.
Yes. Yeah. Our first human child. Our first human child, and she's finding out. She's already known about this, but she's finding out for sure while watching.
Oh,
So
it is a matter of public record now.
So
Okay.
we'll see if she watches.
Number 19, we're getting close to the end here. Who is it that has an actual argument with his donkey? Okay. Who is it that actually has an argument with his donkey? This is in the Bible.
Yeah.
I believe, did you get a chance to preach on
I
this?
did
one?
in a series, the bizarre
Yes.
stories in Scripture.
Yeah, so you probably heard a lesson at some point from Billy on this one.
Let's
And
be
it's one of
real.
the most
Let's be
fascinating.
real. They didn't.
Okay.
No one remembers that.
Well, yeah. welcome to
Yeah.
my world.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, here we
Yeah.
go. Last question.
last one.
Didn't mean to hit the table that didn't break
Sure
anything.
did.
Okay,
Sure
number
did.
20. Go.
Sure did. Which apostle was known for doubting?
Doubting?
Yep, for doubting.
Doubting.
For doubting.
Doubting.
So let me ask you a question here.
Yeah.
Where was King Solomon's temple located?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me where King Solomon's temple was
On the
located?
side of his head. Temples.
Oh,
Right
you
there.
got to love those A&P ones. All right, so
there.
here we go. Here's one for you. Okay, why would? Oh, never mind. I've already said that one. Okay, there's another David and Goliath. If Goliath came back to life today, would you like to tell him the joke about David and Goliath?
What's the answer?
No, you wouldn't want to tell him because he's already fell for it once.
That's good.
That wasn't very funny.
That
Okay,
wasn't-
thanks for
no.
giving us a
No.
courtesy laugh there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's time for us to go over the answers.
Okay.
Again, no cheating. Be honest.
Yeah.
You know, we're Christians here. Okay, we're a church family. It's all right if you didn't get any correct.
Yeah.
Again, counseling is
Yeah.
available.
Yeah, we do
Okay.
want to know.
Yes. No. No, we don't.
We'll have a special class offered.
Yes, the elders have asked us to report each and every. No, I'm kidding. I have not done that. All right, they like to have fun too.
Number
okay,
one,
so
the
number one.
Creator made man on what day? Day 6. If you
Day
said
six,
day
day
6,
six.
or I would have accepted 6th day.
Sixth day.
So, yeah.
Not the sixth sense. Just the sixth day. Okay. All right, number two. After 5,000 people were fed by Jesus, how many baskets of food remained? And the answer is 12 baskets. Okay. All right, number three.
Very popular. At what age did Moses die? At the age of his death. It's 120 years old.
120 years old.
Yep.
All right, 120 is the correct answer there. 120 years old. All right, number four. How many times? This was a multiple choice. How many times does the Bible mention the word snow? I think I got lots wrong this time, by the way, too. This is a really hard one. So the answer is 24 times. Many of those are in what book of the Bible? The Psalms. Yeah, there's a lot
I
of
thought you were
Psalms.
asking them.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Yeah, I was asking
It was
you.
in the book of Psalms,
Yeah,
most
'cause-
of them.
Oh, okay, 'cause-
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up for us. All right, number
Like your
five.
sins of why the snow is in there. And,
Yeah.
And snow.
Snow.
Number 5, in total, how many people went aboard the ark?
All right, how many?
The popular movie depicted 9, but there were actually 8.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah, that
don't
one
be
guy got kicked
fooled
off
by,
in the movie.
by
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Okay. All right, number 6. Is this mine? Yeah.
Yep.
Who did Elisha order to wash 7 times in the river Jordan to cure his leprosy? And again, this is going to be one of our skits for our virtual VBS, and the answer is Naaman. It is
Okay.
one of our.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay, it's
Yeah.
one of our. Okay,
It
I was
is.
like, you weren't saying anything, and I was like,
No, I was making sure I
Um,
put the right answer. I was nervous.
and it is spelled correctly.
Yes,
Okay,
it
number
is.
7.
How many years did Jacob agree to toil for the land for Rachel's hand in marriage, by the way? Not just her hand. For
He got
Rachel's
her in
hand
pieces.
In marriage.
Oh, mercy. Okay, the answer is.
7 years he worked for her.
All right. Okay, 7 years. If this
Hope it
makes
was
it
worth
to
it.
air. Yeah.
Hope it was worth it.
Well, anyway, we remember what happened, right? All right, number 8. Who was the
I don't.
first high priest of Israel? First high priest of Israel was Aaron. And you
Aaron.
spelled that one correctly,
Yep.
too. Good job.
I know. I'm doing.
Good job.
I'm on a hot streak.
You are. All right, number 9.
The first 2 apostles to be called by Jesus Christ were Andrew and Peter.
Andrew and Peter. So,
Two
okay,
brothers.
Yeah, if you got one of these correct, remember it's half.
Yeah.
If you got both of them correct, it's a full point. Okay, so hopefully you remembered that one, and if not, maybe you got one of the 2 of those. All right, so number 10. Me, you, me, me,
You do it.
me.
Go ahead.
Okay, finish this verse. For the word of God is blank and blank, sharper than any double-edged sword. The answer is alive and active.
Yep.
Is that an ESV that you quoted, or New King James?
Yeah, that's the ESV.
ESV?
Yeah, that's the
All
only
right.
translation that is used. You could have also put active and alive.
Yes,
Yes. That would have been okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes in the Greek it gets switched around too, right?
Nope.
No. Oh, okay. Well, I'm wrong.
No, it could
He's
be.
the Greek scholar, not
Nope.
me. All right, number 11.
How many verses are in the entire Bible? We have 31,000, 56,000, and 23,000. The answer is 31,173.
That is a lot of verses.
Some
For those of you-
Bibles.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Some Bibles have 31,172. So,
That is radical.
Yep.
For those of you who have read the Bible through, like in the year, think about this is how many verses that you read. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's a lot of
Pretty
verses.
cool.
It's a lot of verses to read.
yeah. And
Okay.
then think about how many you skipped over if you didn't read the whole Bible. Yeah.
Oh, okay. A lot to memorize. All right, number 12.
How many books of the Bible only have 1 chapter?
All right, and I've spilled the beans a little bit.
There's at least 1.
Yes.
Answer is 5.
5. All right, so they are Obadiah, 2nd John, 3rd John,
Yep.
Jude,
Yep.
And Philemon. All right, I couldn't think of Philemon when Billy asked me earlier. All right, number 13. Who dreamed that the sun and the moon and the 11 stars bowed down to him? And the answer for that one is Old Testament style Joseph. All right, it's not the only dream that he had, by the way, that made his family mad. But anyway, this is the one that got them all riled up. So the answer to number 13 is Joseph. Number 14, over to you, Billy.
How many continents does the Bible take place on?
This is a good one.
Or in, rather. How many continents does the Bible take place in? 3 continents.
Tres.
We have Asia, Europe, and Africa.
Yeah.
That's our 3.
It's pretty wild, isn't it? 3 continents. I don't think I'd never really thought of that until you asked this question.
Didn't quite make it to North America. So
or North Carolina.
North Carolina's on the coast there, so that's why going that way.
Are we Columbus now? What's going on? By the way, Columbus didn't discover America itself.
Ooh, getting political, I like it.
Yeah, I am. All right, here we go. Number 15.
How many half-siblings does the Bible mention Jesus has? He could have had more, but the Bible specifically does mention he has 6 half-siblings.
That's a big family.
Each are valued as a whole person, but they're each half-siblings. In our quarantine Bible study on James, the very first chapter, I kind of mentioned this because that was my study. I mentioned that the half-brother of the Lord, James, wrote that book.
Yeah.
So he has 2 sisters and 4 brothers.
Yeah.
The Bible mentions.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. And some of them played apparently a very important role in the early church.
Yep.
So
And they're all half because,
Yeah, obviously because God is really his father.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, all right, so number 16. What is the longest chapter in the Bible? And a lot of you may have known this right away, or you've heard this recently, I hope, if you listened to some of the Wednesday night lessons that I've done. The answer is Psalm 119. It has, I don't remember how many verses it has now. A lot. There's a lot of verses of Psalm 119. That's the one, by the way, that is an acrostic of the Hebrew alphabet, which there's more than that. But if you look at those headings, that's what each one of those is the Hebrew alphabet, which you studied not long ago, right? The Hebrew alphabet.
Long enough.
Long enough, okay.
And something cool about this, too, if I'm not mistaken, Psalm 117 is the shortest chapter in the Bible, and Psalm 118 is directly in the middle of the Bible.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's true.
Fascinating.
Yeah, someone
fact check
me.
If not, somebody's going to call us out.
Someone fact check me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, never mind. Okay, number 17.
I've never heard that term before.
How old was
Just made that up.
Fact checking?
Yeah, I made that up.
No, that's all over the place.
I just made it up.
All right, so you did not. Fact, you did not just make that up.
Check it.
Okay, I'm going to check it that fact.
Check it.
All right, so how old was Noah when he built the ark? He was 500 years
He was in the
old.
500s. They say it was 502 years old. And some of you may have put 600. That's when the flood happened. So if you put 600, I mean, sure. You know what?
500-ish.
But yeah, so 600 is when the flood happened. 502 is when he actually had his last son at 540.
Whoa, man.
Yeah.
Of course, that was a totally different world they lived in. But man,
so we still got a lot of work to do. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Okay, number 18.
Who was it that fell asleep during one of Paul's sermons and fell out of a window?
He loves this guy.
I do. Love him. And it could be a girl or a guy name. Eutychus. Yeah. It's one of those names and go both ways.
Holly,
right?
Holly, I am praying for you.
Yeah, Eutychus is who that was. He actually died as a result of falling out of the window.
But what happened?
But he was brought back to life.
By
the apostle.
By the apostle Paul. Right?
Yeah. The one who was preaching.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. So sometimes it is to your advantage that the preacher preaches long.
Sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah?
You fall asleep.
Yeah? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess that proves it's okay to fall asleep sometimes. Nope, maybe not. All right, moving on. Number 19. Who is it that has an actual argument with his donkey? If you have never read this before, you've got to go find it. Yeah. It's a very interesting story. It is Balaam.
Yep.
Balaam and his donkey. If you don't know that, go back and Google that, and you need to read that. It's one of those weird stories in the Bible.
Yeah,
but it has a point.
Yeah.
Yes, it has a point to it. But a lot of fun. A lot of fun to read that one.
It is.
All right, so number 20, last question.
One. Yep, so hopefully you've gotten 19 out of 19
That's right. 19.
Yep, but if you haven't, that's okay. So make sure you do let us know. Text one of us. Send us an email. Let us know how many you got right tonight. We would love to know if someone beat 17 from last week or last time we did this. But which apostle was known for doubting? We kind of wanted to end on a positive note, right? Because he didn't actually doubt. You know, we have a lot of encouraging.
Yeah, he
lessons.
gets a bad rap.
Yeah,
Thomas gets a bad rap.
Thomas doubted, and I doubt. You know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we're more like Thomas than we would like to admit. And the answer is, by the way, Thomas.
Yeah.
Doubting Thomas, right? Yeah, which is not necessarily true.
And I guess he has another name too, right? wasn't he called Didymus? Is that Thomas?
Which means in the Greek,
The twin. Because he had a twin brother.
Okay. Yeah, we suppose. We don't really know. Maybe he just looked like Jesus or looked like... There's all kinds of theories. Anyway, that's not what we're here for tonight. So I hope that you've enjoyed our trivia night tonight. Cannot wait for June the 7th. That's when the elders have told us we're going to be coming back together. We mailed out more specific information, by the way, regarding that, how that's going to work, some things we're asking of you. And so make sure you should get that by the end of this week. It might be the beginning of next week. Sometimes over the weekend, that mail takes a little while to get to you. So if you don't have it by Wednesday of next week, just definitely call the office, and we'll make sure to get that information to you. But looking forward to June the 7th. So also looking forward next week to the beginning of our summer series. We already talked about that a little bit, and very excited about that. And I'll be kicking that off for the first 2 weeks. And then all of that is going to be online. So the only thing we're doing in person is that 10 a.m. worship and 2 p.m. worship, which are identical, right? You're going to be assigned to one of those. We're trying to keep track of who's there, so in case we have to do some reporting. But anyway, looking forward to June the 7th, and be praying for everybody. Be praying for our country at this time. Things are starting to reopen, but a lot of stuff could flare back up. So that's not what we want. We want a healthy nation, and we want people to be able to become spiritually healthy. And opening those doors here, we're hoping will help some of those people in our community. So, very much enjoyed being with you again, Billy. This is fun, and as some of you guys have talked about us maybe even doing this live at some point. I don't really know how that would be. That'd be a little dangerous for us, but we'll think about that. And if you really liked us, hope that you did, hope that you enjoyed just having a little bit of a laugh with your family or even by yourself as we've studied the Bible together a little bit tonight. Maybe you learned some things you didn't know, or you were reminded of some things. But it is possible to have fun studying the Bible. It is. And moments like this, I think, encourage us to do that. You got anything to say before we sign off?
That's it.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
I'm good. I've done enough talking.
Okay. There you have it. So, Lord willing, we'll see you online on Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow night, Thursday night, on Facebook, on our public page, as I continue the reopening devotional studies. So I'll see you at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. God bless.
All right. See you.